Chapter 5, Universal Franchise and India's Electoral System. Question answers from grade 8, subject Social Science. The big questions. Question 1. What is Universal Adult Franchise? Answer. Universal Adult Franchise means that every Indian citizen aged 18 and above has the right to vote, irrespective of caste, gender, religion, wealth, education, or social status. It reflects the principle of equality in democracy, where each vote has equal value. It is guaranteed by Article 326 of the Indian Constitution. Question 2. What is an electoral system? Answer. An electoral system is the method by which citizens choose their representatives through voting. It includes the rules, procedures, and institutions that manage elections and counting of votes. In India, this system is run by the Election Commission of India (ECI) to ensure elections are free and fair. Question 3. How does India's electoral system work? Answer. India follows a parliamentary democracy. Lok Sabha and state assembly elections conducted through the first past the post system. The candidate with the highest number of votes wins. Rajya Sabha and president elections, indirect elections using single transferable vote. Elections are managed by the Election Commission of India, which ensures free, fair, and regular elections. Let's explore page 118. India changed the minimum age for voting from 21 to 18 in 1988. Discuss whether this was a good move. Answer. Yes, this was a good move because it gave young people a voice in democracy. Youth form a large part of India's population and are directly affected by policies, encourages political awareness and responsibility from an earlier age. However, some argue that young voters may lack maturity, but overall it strengthened democratic participation. Let's explore page 120. In 1947, our literacy rate was about 14%, only about 8% among women. Some argued that the right to vote should be given only to literate people. Discuss in your group why the constitution makers may have decided on universal franchise from the time of independence itself. Answer. Some argued that only literates should vote, but the constitution makers believed all citizens are equal and must have an equal say in governance. Voting is about choosing leaders, not about literacy. Excluding illiterates would have meant excluding the majority of Indians, especially women and the poor. Universal franchise from the start gave people a sense of equality, dignity, and nationhood. Let's explore question 1. Discuss in groups what role do such measures play in a democracy. Do you know of anyone who benefited from these improved accessibility measures? How might they increase voter participation in your neighborhood? How can technology assist? Answer. They ensure that every eligible voter, including people with disabilities or elderly citizens, can participate in elections. This increases voter turnout, makes democracy inclusive, and reduces discrimination. Example: ramps, wheelchairs, braille ballots, home voting. Technology can help through voter apps, digital guides, and accessible EVMs. Question 2. If you have access to the internet, visit the ECI website. The link is this. Read and identify the various interventions that the ECI has taken to facilitate voting by people with disabilities. Answer. Braille enabled EVMs and voter ID cards, wheelchairs and ramps at polling stations, accessible transport to polling booths, volunteers to assist disabled voters, home voting facilities for those unable to travel. Let's explore page 123. About 34% of eligible voters did not exercise their right to vote in the 2024 elections. Why do you think this is so? What are some challenges people face in exercising their rights? Design and conduct a short survey among adults in your family and neighborhood to answer these questions. Analyze the data and write a report with suggestions on how it may be possible to ensure everyone votes. Answer: reasons for not voting: lack of awareness or interest, belief that one vote doesn't matter, practical difficulties, long queues, migration for jobs, transport issues, heat waves, or illness. Distrust in politics due to corruption or unfulfilled promises. Survey task: example analysis. Out of 20 adults surveyed, 6 did not vote. Reasons given: job outside hometown 3, illness 1, long quiz 1, disinterest 1. Suggestions to ensure everyone votes: awareness campaigns in school, colleges, workplaces, better facilities at booths, shade, drinking water, more staff, online registration and reminders, stricter laws against candidates who bribe or threaten voters. Let's explore page 125. Question 1. What are the most important aspects of the election process in this caselet? Answer: fair campaigning, secret ballot, accessibility for all, counting votes transparently, acceptance of results. Question 2. Why was it important to have a secret ballot? Answer: to ensure students could vote freely without fear or pressure. Question 3. What considerations might the students have had while exercising their choice? Answer: whose promises seemed realistic, who could represent the class fairly, personal popularity versus genuine commitment. Question 4. Do you think the students have any responsibility after Gurmat was elected as the class rep? If yes, what are they? Answer: support her initiatives, give feedback on decisions, remain cooperative and respectful. Question 5. What was the role that Miss Usha played? Why was it important? Answer: acted as a neutral supervisor, ensured elections were fair, transparent and inclusive. Question 6. Why was it important for Miss Usha to organize a braille ballot paper for Neha? Answer: to ensure equal participation and uphold universal franchise for all, including disabled students. Question 7. What would happen if many students in the class chose not to mark a preference? Answer: the result would not reflect the true choice of the class. It would weaken the legitimacy of the elected representative. Let's explore page 128. Identify teachers in your school or vicinity who may have performed election duty. Invite them to your class to share their experiences. Answer: teachers often serve as presiding officers, polling officers, or counting staff during elections. They can share experiences like how polling booths are set up, ensuring voters use EVMs and VVPATs correctly, challenges like long hours, remote locations, or managing disputes. Listening to them helps students understand the real effort behind free and fair elections. Let's explore page 130. India's electronic voting machines, EVMs, and voter verifiable paper audit trial VVPAT systems have been used in countries like Namibia and Bhutan with support from the ECI. Other countries have also studied this technology and have received training from India to adopt it in Other countries have also studied this technology and have received training from India to adopt it in their countries. Answer: VVPAT is a system that produces a physical paper record, allowing voters to verify that their electronic votes were cast correctly. This paper trail provides a backup for verification and recounting purposes in case of disputes or failures of the electronic system. Let's explore page 131. Here are a few types of complaints that the ECI handles. A candidate distributed saris and household appliances to women voters. Abusive language used by the candidate of one party against the candidate from an opposing party. Officials of the government campaigning for the ruling party. Bundles of rupees 500 notes found in the car of a candidate during inspections. Why do you think these might be violations of the code of conduct? Answer. Distributing saris, appliances, figure 5.17. Bribing voters with gifts is unfair and against free choice. Abusive language, figure 5.18, goes against the rule of respectful campaigning, spreads hatred. Government officials campaigning, figure 5.19, misuse of government machinery and influence, officials must remain neutral. Cash bundles in candidates' cars, figure 5.20, using money to buy votes is illegal and corrupt. All these break the Model Code of Conduct (MCC) and can lead to cancellation of candidature or punishment. Let's explore page 132. When is the next election in the region where you are located? Is it to the state, urban local body or panchayat? Answer. This depends on your location. The next election could be for state assembly held every 5 years, urban local body, municipal corporation, council, panchayat elections in rural areas. Students can check the election commission's website or local news to know the exact schedule. Let's explore page 134. Question 1. Who are the MP and MLAs of the constituency you are located in? A Lok Sabha constituency may have 2 or more assembly constituencies. Answer. This varies depending on your district constituency. So friends, different states have different MPs and MLAs. You can search for your state. Question 2. Which party does each of them belong to? Each MP MLA is elected on behalf of a political party or sometimes as an independent. Question 3. What are the concerns of the MP and MLA respectively? MP, Member of Parliament, deals with national level issues like defence, railways, central schemes and development of the constituency through MPLAD's funds. MLA, Member of Legislative Assembly, deals with state level issues like roads, schools, health centers, state welfare schemes and local development. Think about it, page 136. Why do you think the above group of people is not involved in electing the President of India? Why are the common people not involved in the election of the President? Answer. The President of India is a constitutional head, not a direct political leader like the Prime Minister. To maintain balance, the Electoral College, MPs plus MLAs elects the President. Reason: prevents elections from becoming a direct popularity contest, ensures the President has broad support across states and Parliament. Common people indirectly influence this choice by electing MPs and MLAs. Next, questions and activities. Question 1. Why is universal adult franchise important for a healthy democracy? Answer. It gives every citizen aged 18 and above the right to vote, irrespective of caste, gender, religion or wealth. Ensures political equality, every vote has the same value, prevents discrimination and allows all voices to be heard, strengthens people's participation and accountability of leaders. Question 2. What is the meaning of secret ballot? Why is this important in a democracy? Answer. Secret ballot means that a voter's choice is kept confidential. No one can know which candidate the voter selected. Importance: protects voters from fear, pressure or bribery, ensures free and fair elections, allows voters to vote honestly without outside influence. Question 3. Give examples of direct and indirect elections. Direct elections: people directly vote for their representatives. Example: Lok Sabha elections, state legislative assembly elections. Indirect elections: representatives are elected by elected members, not directly by people. Example: Rajya Sabha elections, President of India's election. Question 4. How is the election of members to the Lok Sabha different from that to the Rajya Sabha? Answer. Lok Sabha, members are directly elected by people, first past the post system. Total strength 543 elected members. Term 5 years. Rajya Sabha. Members are indirectly elected by MLAs of states and UTs. Single transferable vote. UT means Union Territories. Total strength 245 members. 233 elected plus 12 nominated. Permanent House 1/3 retire every 2 years. Question 5. What in your view are the advantages of the EVM over paper ballots? Answer. Faster counting of votes, results declared quickly, no invalid votes, unlike paper ballots with wrong markings, less paper use, eco-friendly, difficult to tamper compared to paper ballots, portable and cost-effective in the long run. With VVPAT, voters can verify their choice. Question 6. Voter turnout has been declining in some urban areas of India. What could be the reasons for this trend? And what steps can be taken to encourage more people to vote? Answer. Reasons for low turnout: busy work schedules, migration or apathy, my vote doesn't matter, long queues and poor facilities at polling booths, distrust in politics due to corruption, unfulfilled promises, steps to improve turnout, awareness campaigns in schools, workplaces and media, better facilities, shade, water, toilets, ramps, digital reminders and easier vote registration, celebrating voting as a civic duty and honoring regular voters. Question 7. Why do you think a proportion of seats in the Lok Sabha is reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes? Write a short note. Answer. Historically, SCs and STs faced discrimination, poverty and social exclusion. Reservation ensures they have a fair chance to participate in politics. It gives them a voice in lawmaking and helps address their issues. Currently, 84 Lok Sabha seats are reserved for SCs and 47 for STs. Question 8. Social media is changing the way we experience elections. From catchy campaign reels and live speeches to political debates on Instagram and Twitter. But is this strengthening democracy or confusing it? Discuss in pairs. What are the benefits? What are the challenges? And what might the future of elections be in a digital age? Answer. Benefits: quick communication of campaign messages and manifestos, increases youth participation through catchy reels, memes, and debates, live updates of speeches and rallies bring transparency. Challenges: spread of fake news and misinformation, creates polarization by showing only one-sided views, over focus on popularity instead of real issues, future of elections in digital age, likely to be more technology driven, need for fact checking, regulations and digital literacy to protect democracy. Question 9. Visit the website www.indiavotes.com and choose a parliamentary constituency election from any year and explore its results. Do the same for an assembly election in your state. Answer. Parliamentary constituency example. Example: Varanasi Lok Sabha 2019. Candidate Narendra Modi, BJP, winner with large majority. Main opponent Shalini Yadav, SP. Voter turnout around 58%. State Assembly example. Example: Uttar Pradesh Assembly Election 2022, Lucknow Central. Candidate Brajesh Pathak, BJP, winner. Voter turnout around 60%. Such websites help students understand voting trends, turnout, and party performance in detail. So friends, we have completed all the question answers from Chapter 5, Universal Franchise and India's Electoral System. We have already studied the short notes and summary of this chapter. You can find the link in the description and on the screen. If you like the video, kindly like, hype the video and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to my channel for more such videos. We will meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.